Welcome to another episode, everyone. Baby B Braze, packed out, beat up, stabbed up, all this. Supposedly East Coast got on him. It's been different stories going on as of yesterday as to what happened with Baby B Braze from Denver Lane Bloods of Who's fame. I saw it all yesterday. I didn't cover it. I didn't get into it. I wanted to do my own investigation, see what I can find out. These days on YouTube, people are just reporting anything, and the story is taking on a life of its own. Supposedly, this one individual who's a content creator sent his homeboy to attack Baby B Braze. All this nonsense, man. Let's see if we can clear some of this up, though. This is too gangster for YouTube. Let's see what he has to say, and then we'll discuss it. What happened with Baby B Braze from Denver Lane Bloods yesterday?
What it do, YouTube? What it do? So Braze done pissed a lot of people off on YouTube, and one of the guys are young Ant. It was interesting how Ant warned him on what's about to take place. Ant told Braze that he might get politicked on soon, and damn, he wasn't lying. It happened fast. It happened so fast, I thought Ant was the one who got him politicked on, because right after Ant said it, it happened.
Right, what kind of guy? This call is being recorded. Trying to line the blood up, you feel me? This dude was trying to line Munchie B up with a whole Crip. That's how hatred this dude, you know what I'm saying? It's how much hatred, you know what I'm saying, he has, and how deep his hatred runs, you know what I'm saying, that he's trying to line one of his Beehive members up, knowing, you know what I'm saying, the history that his hood had with this hood. He continues to play these internet games and try to get his homies out here in a war while he's stuck in a cell, like as if he's handed or he's like some head honcho or something. And like, don't be surprised, like I said, if the Hoovers, you know what I'm saying, back though and come holler at him. You know what I'm saying? He's already got on the internet talking about, oh, they ain't nobody, they ain't know nothing.
Yeah, man, and you know, to tell you the truth, you know, I know I'm not perfect with my content, and I have to be careful as well with some of the things that I say, some of the things that I cover and all of that. Don't want it to be misconstrued as talking too much, giving up too much information and all of this. We know that the police are watching these platforms and so forth. And a lot of these individuals are talking too much, to tell you the truth, on the internet. Individuals were saying that someone else was snitching on this situation right here with Baby B Braze just yesterday on the internet because they were exposing exactly what happened. Supposedly they were not there, like I was not there. They're exposing all of this different stuff, saying who sent the dude to attack Baby B Braze, what hood he was from, and all this. You know, I don't know. And Hefe saying don't be surprised if the Hoovers backdoor him. Hoovers backdoor him? Why would the Hoovers backdoor him? You know what I mean? I know Braze was on the internet. It's just talking too much, man. Hoovers ain't got anything to do with nothing, bro. And I know that Baby B Braze was on the internet just recently. I'm going to go over there and look at that Ant Hefe video. I'm going to have to cover it. I'm going to see what's all this about. Yeah, I got a personal beef, but Baby B Braze was talking on the internet a few days ago in one of his videos about what happened when he was attacked allegedly by the Hoovers, some time back, and he was explaining what happened. I didn't cover that. I didn't put that on the internet. I saw it. It was, in fact, in one of the videos that I covered on Baby B Braze when he was talking about Ant Hefe. And I had skipped past that part. I didn't want to play that part, but he was explaining what happened with that situation really finally. He said, since everyone is speaking on it, he's going to clear it up exactly what happened. In that description, he was somewhat, I don't want to say disrespectful, but he's basically saying, you know, he sent some dudes at me that didn't do nothing. Them dudes ain't about nothing, you know, this, that, and the other. As I said, I didn't cover that. I didn't want to stoke the fire, throw any fuel on the fire with that sort of rhetoric. But I suppose that's what Ant Hefe means, or he's talking about when he says, don't be surprised if the Hoovers backdoor you, whatever. This situation Baby B Braze just got into had absolutely nothing to do with the Hoovers, whatever situation it is.
He's on the yard, you know what I'm saying, from what I'm understanding, from floor level, you know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if the politics already not in play and the ball is already rolling, you know what I'm saying, to get this dude. And, you know, you keep with these videos in the back showing these edges whacked out and all that. Don't be surprised if them dudes get back up on you again.
Shout out to my boy ODM Slim. Go and subscribe to his channel. We now learn that Braze got packed out. At first, we thought it was the Bloods, but now we learn it was the East Coast Crips. Braze called Spider-Loc a snitch, and the person to fire on Braze is a friend of Spider-Loc. They're both from the 9-7. They're saying Spider-Loc summoned Braze for the DP. I've been said this a long time ago, whether you like him or not. When it comes to this genre, Spider-Loc paved the way.
So this is the play-by-play for Southern Parent Readings.
Yeah, and let me just dispel that right now. Whatever happened in there, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. I did an investigation myself, as I said yesterday. I wasn't able to gather much information. A little bit, but not enough. I didn't feel like it was verified enough for me to say it's essentially a different story than this. So I'm just going to cover this right here with a disclaimer. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know who attacked Braze, whatever. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we can get to the bottom of it. But one thing I do know, my common sense dictates to me, having spent so much time on a level 4, that no individual on the street, Spider-Loc ain't like that. He ain't got no juice like that. Trust me, bro. Especially not behind no damn wall. Spider-Loc is not powerful enough to make a call from the street and have someone in prison attacked. It's just not happening. Period. I'm not going to get into the deep politics of it all, but that's not going to happen. Especially him. He ain't got it like that. It's just straight up. It's not going to happen. So whatever happened, it wasn't over Spider-Loc. It may have been an East Coast that Braze got into it with. It wasn't over Spider-Loc. It wasn't over Braze calling Spider-Loc a snitch or whatever. He can call Spider-Loc whatever he wants to call Spider. Ain't nobody going to do nothing to him over that. Trust me. And behind those walls. That's just not how it works. They probably back there saying the same thing. They're not going to touch Braze over that. For one, because if that's the case, Braze been on here saying stuff about all kinds of people from different hoods. They could have been made a call then and just got Braze attacked. Individuals that got way more juice and get way more respect everywhere than Spider-Loc. Could have made a call then if that's the case, but no one wants to get involved in any penitentiary politics that's on the street. It's not our business. It's not for us to get involved in that. Because we're out here, and those dudes in there have to deal with the situation. They have to go to the hole and have to go to the shoe program and all this stuff. And that's why I was careful with going back and forth with Braze and make sure that I did not, because I didn't want it to be something inside of the penitentiary based on some beef that I have with him out here on the street. And my homies getting involved in something inside of the penitentiary, and I'm out here chilling. They up in there going to the hole, going to the shoe, getting caught with knives, stabbing people, getting stabbed and all this over some content that I'm making on here with someone else while I'm still on here on the street just chilling. Hell no. That ain't cool. So I'm like, now let me just, I can't handle it myself. I'm cool. So, there was nothing there, but no. So I just want to, no, it was not Spider-Loc. Whoever it was or whatever it was, for one. For two, you have to understand that if they attack Baby B Braze over something over the internet, something said over the internet, the Bloods would have to do it. That's how the politics work. Can't no Crip put his hands on him, put their hands on him, pack him out. Now, I'm hearing that it was like a head-up fade. You can have a head-up fade, but oftentimes that's not going to happen. Dudes from opposite sets, Crip and the Blood, there's no head-up fade. It's going to go up. It's just like a black in the South Side. It's going to go up. It can't be, there's no such thing as a head-up fight between the two. So that's why I'm unclear as to exactly what happened here and how come it didn't go up. But if they did attack Braze, or one individual attack Braze, or multiple individuals attack Braze, especially if it's multiple Crips and attack Braze, it's not going to happen. The Bloods are going to respond immediately. But whatever problem the Crips have with Baby B Braze, if there is one, they have to take that up with the Bloods, and the Bloods handle the situation. This is how the politics work. You can't take it upon yourself to take care of the situation as it relates to someone from an oppositional hood. You're going to cause a lot of havoc and a lot of violence. So the story is off to me for those reasons. At some point, the truth will come out, I'm sure, as to exactly what happened. I'm unsure. I can't trust much of what these people say. Not Two Gangster for YouTube. Shout out to Two Gangster for YouTube. He does a lot of work, does a lot of good work. And that's why I'm going to him right now and see what he has to say about it. But a lot of these other dudes have just been talking on this situation, just coming up with stories. Oh, man, it's crazy. This internet done got crazy. It done got sad. Got real girly, man.
Reason, Milkman, 9-7 East Coast, Spider Loc, you know what I'm saying? Person with homie, you know what I'm saying? Real, for real type, coming to bat for him, doing it up. Even when I was having a issue or whatnot, it was, hey, come on, bro. We a part of this cloth. 9-7 Street, that's bro. You can take a lot from him, bro. You can say this about bro, but you can't say bro didn't have his time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. When it comes to this podcast and stuff, y'all can say what y'all want to. Y'all can say what y'all was talking about behind the scenes. But when it comes to this street stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's bro. I don't like how this person's speaking on bro. So, I don't know. If Spider Loc made a call, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to, you know what I'm saying? But it could be possible.
The Damus are mad that a Crip packed out of blood. They said it's about to go up. Braze did confirm that the story is true. He said, I just went up with a mother lover over a rat. Remember, he called Spider Loc a rat.
Oh, excuse me. Damn. Let me read this. I just went up with MF over a rat. I ain't gonna get into details, but MF do nothing but hate. I'ma do me regardless though. 100. I'ma chill and get Ish together real quick. Who's? I might put Ish on hold, gang. And no, nothing to do with nobody y'all think, period. Too many hidden agendas, and when injusts ain't getting no money, all they do is worry about you and what you doing. Shout out to the members and all my supporters, though. It's all love on Domo. So apparently that came from Baby B Braze. This here that you see on the screen, where he's saying he's basically taking a break because these dudes are just hating because they're not getting any money. And he said, I just went up with an MF over a rat. I ain't going to get into details, but MFs do nothing but hate. I'm going to do me regardless, though. So, Two Gangster for YouTube says that he called Spider a rat. I'm sure he's called many people rats. All these individuals on the internet calling people rats. There's all kind of individuals who are supposed to be rats. Some of these dudes are rats. So that doesn't detail what he's talking about or who he's referring to. And again, it's not Spider. That's a whole nother situation involving, it had nothing to do with somebody on the street. I'm pretty sure of that. Damn sure wasn't Spider Loc. He ain't on like that.
So I believe this is who he's talking about. Braze said he's going to take a little vacation off of YouTube because things are getting too spicy on that yard. So he's going to take some time off.
So, Milkman, get cracking on Braze. Bam, 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 bam. They doing their thing. TC said, hey, listen, hold on. We not just going to allow this, not in front of me. This is a dumb move. And they know how this go when we talking prison politics. I just got word this morning. It may be part 2 on the other side of town, and they gonna do what they gotta do, and he might be had to go to a whole nother prison. He just did all that about Spody Face. He did all that about Munchie B. All that about all these people, talk about these people in the background. And sometimes it comes to bite you in the anal. It's a cold situation. But you sit up and laugh at everybody. Think everything's a game. Popping it about this and popping about that, bro.
A lot of inmates disagree with Braze having a YouTube. They feel like his content is messy. Some people said that he's gonna go PC, but I don't believe it. He'll die on that yard before he goes to PC. They're gonna have to pack him out every single time. And even then, I still don't think he will go. I believe that's the difference between him and J Hood. The only way he's leaving at level 4 is in a casket.
A lot of people get in the comments and saying, even in the other comments last night saying, they think Braze gonna be PC in a little bit. He gonna go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think it's probably gonna keep him mainline. But he gotta know how to maneuver through this internet. Now, do I want bad to happen to Braze? Something bad? Nah, it already did. Do I think Spider-Loc has something to do with that? I do. So what? I said it. Spider, it is what it is. Ask Spider-Loc. Did Spider-Loc send that hit? That was a hit.
No.
Milk, because if anybody did it but Milk, man, I'd
He
have
ain't
been like,
send no hit.
But Milk, well, he don't go by Milkman no more. He go by
Send no freaking hit.
Eastbound or something. I'm TC.
That's enough, man. Shit. Shout out to 2 Gangster for YouTube. Spider-Loc hasn't sent a hit. He can't get nobody hit on the street, much less in prison. He ain't got no juice like that on the street or in prison. Zero. So that's just a falsehood being put out there. But that's what happens with these stories these days on the internet. This stuff is real feminine. I'm going to be careful with the stuff I'm covering from here. I mean, I don't want to be a part of this feminine stuff that's going on here on the internet constantly. One story comes out about something, an individual just having a fight or whatever, and by the time you all get the story and I get the story, it's been twisted all up. He done got stabbed, he done got packed out, he going PC. It's like, then when the smoke clears and we find out what actually happened, he just had a fight with one dude and probably whooped him. I mean, it's like, where is all these narratives coming from? That's why I stayed away from it yesterday. As I said, I was just trying to do my own homework. I wasn't able to find out much. So I'm just bringing you all the information that's being put out there, basically. That just really, I guess, be Braze's own words. That he did get into a situation. He said the post that he made, that he got into a situation over a rat, over an MFing rat. That's what he said. And he said these dudes just be hating, though, because they not getting no money. He's getting money on his channel. They're always worried about what he's doing, so he said he's just going to take a break right now. I wouldn't be surprised if some dudes are hating, if some dudes are politicking on Braze low-key or behind the scenes, if you will, because of him having a YouTube channel and a popular YouTube channel on the internet. A lot of these individuals, they have things going on in prison that they don't want the police in their business. They don't want their cells hit. They put the yard on lockdown, and they search the whole yard because of something that you may be doing on the internet. So a lot of these dudes trying to be low key or whatever it is that they're doing in there. So they don't want anyone out there, maybe exposing them, exposing the prison yard, etc. But he's been fined up until this point because a lot of individuals are, especially now, individuals are in there on the internet that's locked up on the internet. So it's hard to single Baby B Braze out and say that he started something or bringing heat to the prison when other individuals are in there on their phones making posts one way or another. And that's how really he's been able to survive to this point. And then again, he's a blood. And if the Bloods don't have a problem with it, no one else is going to be able to have a problem with it or do anything about the problem that they may have about it, that they may have with it, because he's a blood. So again, we're just going to go off of B Braze's word, I guess. He said there that he did get into it with someone's a rat. Who the individual is, where the individual's from, really, I can't even tell you. I guess the dude's supposed to be from East Coast, 9-7 East Coast, milkman or something. That's according to what this dude is saying. I don't know. Hell, y'all may have more information than me. Let me know. But I did a little homework last night. I hollered at one of the homies in the penitentiary. And he didn't really have much information on it. He said that he had heard this, that, and the other, and what he heard was different than this right here. That's why I'm not even going to repeat it, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But apparently, just going on Beat Braze's word, something did happen. He did get into it with someone over an MF and rat. Chances are, when you get into it with someone these days, you're getting into it with them over a rat, because all these dudes are rats. All these dudes are snitching. All these dudes are weak, feminine, soft. That's the bottom line. Stay safe and stay free, people.